Russia's Vladimir Putin today weighing in on President Trump's interest in Greenland.
Годы XIX века.
So the U.S. have really serious plans about Greenland. These plans, as I've already said, have old historic origins, and it is obvious that the U.S. will further systematically promote their geostrategic, military, politic, and economic interest in the Arctic.
Sounds like you got the message. Here's what President Trump is saying about Greenland before sending Vice President Vance, Second Lady Usha Vance, and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and his Energy Secretary Chris Wright on a trip there tomorrow.
We need Greenland for national security and international security. So I think we'll go as far as we have to go. We need Greenland, and the world needs us to have Greenland, including Denmark. Denmark has to have us have Greenland. And we'll see what happens, but if we don't have Greenland, we can't have great international security. If you look at the ships outside of Greenland, China, Russia, places that we have to be there. If we're not there, we can't have national or international security. So I view it from a security standpoint, we have to be there.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright joins me now. He will be on this trip. Secretary, it's great to have you with us again. So what does the president mean when he says we'll go as far as we need to go and we have to be there? What does be there mean?
Well, where we're going tomorrow is to a military base that's a U.S. base way up in northwestern Greenland. It's critical radar to see activity. If there are nuclear weapons coming at the United States, they're not coming across the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. They're coming over the poles. So having northern monitoring for our strategic defense is critical. There's just much more activity in the Arctic these days from Russia and China. The U.S. should have a growing presence there. And we are in Alaska, and we are in other guises as well.
So I guess the question is, and let's put up the map that shows Greenland and Russia and the United States. And you can see why Putin has enjoyed being in those waters off of Russia and in between Greenland. And you can see why President Trump feels that that area needs to be protected in some way. But I guess my question is, what is your role on this trip as Energy Secretary? What would United States energy interests look like in Greenland? And is that why you're going? I realize you're going to this base, but you're not meeting with any Greenland officials, right?
No, we're not meeting with any Greenland officials on this trip. We're meeting with our base there to understand their operations, their challenges, and where they stand. But look, Greenland has tried for years to get more economic development in Greenland. Mining is very popular in Greenland. There's a little bit of mining there, but not enough infrastructure to make it economic to mine the vast resources they have. So Greenland has tried for years to interest U.S. mining companies to go up and develop resources in Greenland. Yep. So heck, maybe that's going to happen. But I think that's in the best interest of Greenland and Greenlanders, and they've expressed it for years. And if the United States can have the right cooperation with Greenland, I think capital could flow there, which would bring jobs and economic opportunity to Greenland and critical minerals and resources to the United States. Could be a win for both sides.
It's pretty clear that the president is serious about this and that he wants to pursue those interests, U.S. interests in collaboration with Greenlanders. Chris Wright, Energy Secretary, good to see you again. Thank you very much. Let us know how the trip goes.
Thanks, Martha.
All right, you bet.